Along the banks of the Nile flourished an exceptional civilization. Ancient Egypt, one of the oldest and most influential in world history. The land of Egypt, or Misr as it was called by some ancient civilizations, was once divided into two powerful kingdoms: Lower Egypt, with its capital at Buto in the north, and Upper Egypt, centered around Nekhen in the south. Around 3100 BCE, a southern king named Narmer led a campaign that unified the two regions. This marked the beginning of Egypt's early dynastic period and laid the foundation for the world's earliest centralized states. At a time when most societies were small-scale chiefdoms or city-states, Egypt's unified kingdom was exceptional in both size and complexity, almost imperial in nature. This unification likely contributed to the Egyptians' view of their kings, worthy of glorification in life and in death. With two crowns united under one rule, a new Egypt had been born. But Narmer, now the most powerful king in the world, needed more than a throne. He needed a city worthy of his new status. This led to the foundation of Memphis, a strategically located city on the western bank of the Nile. It served as the royal seat for centuries, a capital that would rival any in the ancient world. With Egypt united, Narmer and the kings who followed him turned their eyes outward. To maintain power and to project it, the early pharaohs launched a series of bold military campaigns. In the south, they clashed with the Nubians, fierce warriors of the Nile's upper reaches. To the east, they battled nomadic tribes roaming the deserts and the rugged lands of Sinai, lands rich in copper and stone. These early expansions weren't just about territory, they were about prestige, about proving that the new Egypt was not only united, but unshakable. But even the strongest dynasties can crack from within. Power struggles and internal divisions began to shake the foundations of the crown Narmer had bound in blood and unity. Eventually, the founding dynasty, Egypt's first royal house, fell into decline, and from its ashes, a new power rose. The second dynasty would inherit the double crown, a period shrouded in mystery. For much of its reign, little is known. Its legacy buried beneath the sands of time. But in its final chapters, a storm began to stir. Until now, the worship of Horus was prevalent among the ruling family. But then came a bold departure. King Peribsen, a ruler unlike those before him, cast aside Horus and embraced the worship of Seth. It was a symbolic break, one that may have echoed deeper divisions within the kingdom. But this disruption would not last. After Peribsen's death, King Sekhemib restored the falcon. The worship of Horus returned to the throne. Then came a man who sought more than victory. He sought balance. King Khasekhemwy, perhaps aiming to heal the rift that had split the land, did something unprecedented. He united the symbols of both Horus and Seth into his royal name. Because that totally makes sense. Khasekhemwy was the final ruler of the early dynastic period, his reign closing one of the oldest chapters in human governance. What came next was something the world had never seen. The third dynasty emerged, which marked the beginning of a new era, the dawn of the Old Kingdom, an era of architectural brilliance, artistic mastery, and enduring civilization. With the rise of a new dynasty, the Nile would bear witness to wonders the world had never seen. Stone monuments would touch the sky. Kings would rule for lifetimes, and Egypt would etch its name in eternity. This was only the beginning. Join us next time as we enter the age of pyramids and legends, the Old Kingdom.